We are here in my bachelor apartment in Toronto. I've lived here for almost 3 years and it is around 400 square feet. I like to have a small space where everything kind of has its place, everything has its order, it has its function, everything, makes me happy. For right now in my life, it makes sense. I really wanted a space that was my own, but my budget was in the lower side, so I was very limited when it came to buying an apartment. So a bachelor is kind of what I had to have, and I had to make it work as well. And I think, I really had to get creative, really making it my home, really putting my personal touches on it. It needed a little bit of fixing up, but my dad and I fixed it up really well and within my budget. So when you enter my bachelor apartment, you are here in this little entry area. And here I just keep little necessities like my bags, scarf, umbrella, mask. I wanted to liven it up with a little bit of greenery as well. I keep my shoes here. This is my 4-door glamorous closet, and I really like that it's mirrored because it makes the room look bigger than it is, and I can also see my full outfit as well. So these slide open like this, and then inside I have all of my sweaters, my dresses, my clothes, and then I can open it from here as well, and I have all of my shoes, my makeup. This is where I do my hair, my makeup. I sit here and I do that. Here I have all of my coats, my scarves, some extra masks, some shoes, socks. I keep my vacuum in here as well. It's a really practical closet. My dad was really generous enough to build it and help me organize my stuff, because before it was just one large rod, and it's nice to have these shelves so I can have space to put specific clothes. It also holds all my luggage, my bags, my purses, and everything. So I'm happy that I have a closet like this in such a small apartment. I can put pretty much everything that I need every day into just one space. Okay, so right now we're in my kitchen, and there used to be a dishwasher here, but my dad, the handyman, took it out and we put in a washing machine just because I would use this machine more than I would a dishwasher. And it's very practical. I love having my washing machine here in a unit. I don't have a dryer, but I do have a drying rack that I take out, and then I just put my clothes on there once they need to be dried. I also have my little counter here. It's good for food prep, just enough space for me to do any sort of cooking. And I keep things on here that I use every day. So I use my air fryer every day, my milk frother, my kettle. I have some teas and stuff that I use every day as well. And then I have all of my storage. So I have things where I keep my bowls, my plates. It's a little messy because I live here. So I have like all of my blender, my rice cooker, and all that kind of stuff. So that's all stored there. And then here is where I keep all of my cooking spices and flours and sugars and all of that. I also have a really big fridge. I don't even use all of the space in the fridge because I'm just one person, but I have, what I need to get by. So I currently work from home. I'm a social media manager at a marketing agency, so I am always glued to my computer. So I have my monitor here. This is where I work. I love having 2 monitors. I like to keep it organized, having not too much on the table to not make it look cluttered. So everything on this table I use every single day. I also have my office chair, which doesn't fit the aesthetic, but it's good for my back. So I have that. I also have my everyday bag if I need to get up and go. And I also have my TV here. So since this was supposed to be a dining room table, it doesn't have desk functionality. So I needed somewhere to put my pens, my pencils, my things that you would just typically keep on a desk. So I have this little storage drawer where I keep all of my office supplies, and I have a few books in here as well. So this is my living area, and I got the couch from StruckTube. I really wanted a full-size, beautiful couch. I've never had or owned a couch before, so to actually have this beautiful piece of artwork, it almost looks like in my home, it just made me feel so good. So I love that I have that here. I got this little pillowcase from Mexico, and this little table is where I eat my dinner, my lunch, my breakfast. I like to eat on the ground, as weird as that sounds, but it just makes me feel most comfortable. And then I have little things on the table that I would reach for, like a journal, coasters, a little hair clip or anything like that. So I have this little footstool here. It was actually my grandmother's and I love it. It's so beautiful. And she used to keep her sewing stuff, but I actually keep all of my electronics and my little tablet and wires and anything like that. So I keep all of that in here and it's nicely tucked away underneath. Beside my couch is a little storage area that I got from IKEA, and this is where I keep my towels, my books, anything that's miscellaneous, I sort of keep into these drawers. And I like that it kind of is a seamless look where, you know, it doesn't really stand out, like the things around it kind of stands out with it. And then on top, I just have little knickknacks, things that make me happy. I find that living in a small space, I'm looking at everything all the time, and to have things like this that are colorful, that are inspirational, that are lively, things that make me smile is really important for me. So over here beside my storage, I have this little corner and I didn't really know what to do with it because it is such a small corner, but I feel like I can add something here. So what I did was I put my little hobby basket, as I like to call it, where I keep my yoga mat, my tripods, and I also have my little camera collection here as well. So I vlog on YouTube and I have been for 8 to 9 years, and I vlog my life here in Toronto, what I do as a social media manager, also what I eat every day. I love just documenting my life and I've done it for so long. And then in here I have my art supplies and anything that I kind of want, you know, to keep storage in there. I think clothes can be a great way to decorate your space. So I have just a few pieces here as well as some shoes. And then one thing that I think it means the most to me in this apartment is my little travel collage. This is all of my world travels and I love to look at it and to be inspired and to think of where I want to go next. So I have a queen size bed, and then above my bed I just kept like a little bit of greenery just because I think it goes with the colors of the space. And then beside that I have a little lamp light, and then I have things that I use every day. Opposite of my entry area is my bathroom, and it's a tiny little bathroom, but it works really well. My dad really helped with renovation and putting in these glass sliding doors, as well as putting in these shelves in the bathtub, and also putting in this beautiful white countertop for the sink as well. And I also added a little bit of artsy touches because that's what I love to do. I made this wreath during quarantine. It was one of my little projects that I wanted to do. I have another piece of artwork here from Quinn Rockcliffe, who's a Toronto artist. Also everywhere in my apartment you'll find little pieces of souvenirs that I've gotten all over the world. So I have this little box here that keeps Q-tips and cotton balls. It's from Haiti. When it comes to storage, I have a little medicine cabinet here where I keep all of my like lotions and potions and toothpaste and all that kind of stuff. And then I have a little bit of organization here as well where I keep all my cleaning supplies, like leftover beauty supplies, as well as my hair dryer. Yeah, so when you come out from the bathroom, you see this little waterfall table that I got on Amazon. I really like that it's clear because it doesn't obstruct the look and feel of the room, and it kind of blends in really well. I keep my keys here. I have a little picture frame, just something that's very inviting that I like to look at when I walk into my apartment. And then above here, I have my Toronto art, my little Toronto map from Modern Map Art. And it's nice to kind of have these little small touches that kind of makes this house feel like a home. I've been living here for almost 3 years. This is where I do everything. I work, I sleep, I cook, I rest. I get inspiration here. I also love to travel, so I was looking for a place that was, you know, minimal when it came to the maintenance fee and, you know, the amount of space that I needed. I also don't love to clean, so I feel like having a small space is manageable for me. It's hard to have a lot of people over. I've done it once or twice, and you know, it's hard to kind of find places to sit, but we kind of figure it out and it's fun nevertheless. Living in a small space is great, but I think I would have loved a little bit more space when it came to cooking. I also would have loved to have an outdoor space. I don't have a balcony, but I have a sliding door. So yeah, I think those are the only things that I think I would change. I have my own parking space, which is great. I also have my own storage unit, so that's where I keep, you know, all of my like bigger boxes and my bike and my hockey stuff. That's all kept in my storage locker. So I don't have a pool, I don't have a workout room or anything like that. It's nice to kind of have a minimal amount of amenities in a building, so you don't, you know, have to pay an arm and a leg for it every month. I think the one thing that I love about living here is my independence. I love that I was able to buy this place and to call it my own, and also getting into the market is super important, especially in Toronto. This place has been such a great space for me to grow in my late 20s, early 30s, but I think just moving on, I will have a space of my own that I could grow a family in, but having this space for right now in my life, it makes sense.
Please share this video if you liked it. Also, be sure to subscribe to Exploring Alternatives and check out our playlists for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.